Z is the Z.
My group will be, yeah. Oh. I have Snagit. There's like a video thing. You gonna do on this one? Yeah, I got a recording.
You want to put on mine? You can put on mine, Jim.
What we're going to do,
Do you have a recording now?
in advance, we're going to assign a dummy asset.
Okay. Where in the world am I?
And what will actually happen is it's only when we distribute the actual product does the asset get assigned. So when we do post-goods issue of the asset, that's when the asset gets created and assigned to that customer. So what we're going to do, exactly, yeah. And then what we're going to do so we're going to have a parallel process. So we're waiting for that product to go out, but at the same time, we're going to create the ticket in advance with a dummy number. And then when we before we close off the ticket, we need to then switch over the asset to the ticket.
Is that a normal workflow, or is that just what you're doing?
And that's going to be your normal workflow because you won't have the asset in advance. Oh, okay. If that's the case, then we can show you how to create that in advance. Yes.
Yeah, that would be good. So it'd be good for, you know, myself or maybe for Rob to know how to do that. Yeah, there. But that's before
So yeah, actually, I'll show you through that. So you just need to go. Don't worry about the.
Yeah, but I think why you want the asset is because you do that in order to.
So if you do CICO, don't worry about that because you just take me through the.
Okay. So now I'm looking for this customer? Or?
Yeah, let's look for that customer. Yeah, the customer number is 123. It has 6958.
Okay, we're good.
Okay, so the good thing remember CICO is where you guys mostly will live in your transactions. The thing here is that what you'll notice is this is University of Texas, and that's your history. That's your install base, that's assets that's come out of Salesforce, and then we've loaded up in SAP. But for the work that we're doing here, we don't have the asset number. So what we could do is either, like I say, we have a dummy number that we could use, which is probably the better one to do at this point in time. So if you just choose one of those, and we'll overwrite it at some point.
Choose one of these?
Yeah. Your asset number, it's an AT100. So if you use, you go to IW54. Oh yeah, if there's any contact name you could have used as well.
Oh yeah, I didn't know the contact. Oh, okay. I can look at it here. I can look at it here too. So this is the order for the
installation for the Texas software here.
Here, this is actually my naming convention. would have looked at the, okay, sorry, installation here. Okay. So Work Center right now, this is where I would assign somebody for the word enter here. I'm going to assign it to myself for now. And this is going to be a G86. Because of software. And then my contact person, I don't know who I'm going to contact yet, but yeah, I don't know who ordered it, so I'll do it later.
Okay.
Okay, so now that I've done that, I do my order up here, right? Create order.
Yes. Oh no, we're going to change the. Just hit change the equipment to.
Change the equipment. Oh, right here.
Again, because
we're doing a dummy.
Because we're doing the dummy, and the dummy one. Actually, you can do the lookup. We'll just show you how to do the lookup of the dummy one.
All right. Dummy.
Oh, can you just pull this and do it by serial number?
Oh.
Yeah. Serial. What's that serial? I think it's D.
Oh.
O. It's a 23 ATT 100. And then dummy is a serial number. Okay.
Is that something you just added on the fly right now?
Yeah, I've created a few for you, so for your high-level products, so they should be there. And again, we've gone through how to create dummy ones and real serial numbers if we've missed them off. So there is a transaction to do that relatively quickly.
Okay, so now I create my order. So SMO3, right?
Yeah. Anything that relates to the backlog must be by definition an SMO3. And the reason behind it is that it's trying to link the backlog to your ticketing. So we've got a line item, something that really links quite tangibly the two together, because we can't release the revenue, we can't invoice the customer until the work's done. And this also, at some point, will also do the linkage a little bit tighter, even more. I'll show you that.
Okay.
So the first thing was the notification. That was your what we call a ticket, a requisition ticket. So just like a request. Now we're going to push it into being an order, and an order has a little bit more functionality behind it.
What's this service production?
It's just further down here, the PM activity tab.
PM activity tab. Oh, this one here. Oh, okay. That was the installation here. Yeah. And then this one's my. Crap, I don't remember that one. No, I don't need that one.
No, you get that.
Okay.
Okay. And oh yeah.
Where do I do my line item?
Good point. On the case.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Sales document.
And I'll give you that. And this is where we link back to the backlog. So the order number was 1157949, and your installation service, software installation, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So that's item 40.
Now, can I do multiple items?
No, just one.
Because there's oftentimes I have 2 or 3 things on one order. I have to do an order per line item.
Yeah, but I think this is where we need to sort of confirm that if you've got multiple ones, maybe you only create one ticket for yourselves, but then they stop it from being billed, and they only release it when you've done your one releases multiples.
Okay, I guess that's a logistical thing I'll have to work out with them.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay, dokie. Sales
ops, yeah. Because again, the question we had is each line, if it's DMZ, if it's barcode license, etc., all of those, if they're separate lines and separate timing, then they need a separate ticket. But actually, if they're all going to be delivered at the same time, you just need one ticket, in effect. Because all we then want to do is link the costs, and this is where you link the costs by creating a settlement.
If they put all three together, but you read the volume, you see
Correct. Yeah. So that's the decision you guys got to make. Is it one for one, or is it multiples? And I don't know the answer to that. And
That line number 40, is that just specific to this order? Like 40 won't always be self-representation, right? Or you understand the question?
Yeah. So the sales order depends on the structure that they put it in. So they normally put the equipment, tangible product, then the software and the installation. So it really depends where they put that line item. So he's marrying up, Frank's only marrying up his element of it, his ticket. So you will have a separate line. Your line item would be line item 30.
But yeah. I wouldn't rely on 30 always being
Exactly. Yeah. No, absolutely not. It's not a good thing to do because it doesn't look like that's your structure. So you really need to do it. Run the backlog report. That tells you exactly the line items. And it will have a variant that you see exactly your items. And then the settlement rules.
Settlement rules.
The one at the top that gives you the arrows in different directions.
Which one's that one?
This one up here.
Oh, this thing?
Because once you put that in, do you remember you do that with defaults? There you go.
Oh, with default.
With default, yeah.
That's right. I forgot
Okay,
about that.
so what that does is that it's now created a service ticket, and with the fact that you know the sales order number and you know the sales order line item, it's saying if I have any costs, or any people that are involved in the project, their time that is added to this ticket will be costed to the line item of the sales order, and then we can see the profitability of the sales order. Okay? And that's the point of that. So that really cements the link between orders and sales and service tickets. And that's great.
So do you
Go back from there.
just back at this point?
That'd be green.
Green arrow?
Question, so
And save.
Okay,
So
Save
you're done.
this. And then I'm assigned it, okay. And
Yeah.
then
the SCNs right now is that there was a time, perhaps it exists still, sales rep for doing installation. Did they log in SAP to say it was completed or not? I know that's not going to be happening more with Alan, but is that the case?
Yeah, same thing. They would, in fact, they wouldn't recognize the revenue on the equipment in its entirety, revenue recognition. So you can get your product out and recognize the revenue on the product, but not on the service.
Oh, is that okay?
So basically what Clint just did was create a ticket, so now you're going in and now you're generating a recipient of that, and you're doing the work, and then you're gonna walk through.
not with this view. This
The work, how
Yeah.
you would handle that.
So that then, if you double click right at the bottom.
this one?
Yeah.
Or which one? What do you mean?
Yeah, that's okay. The right at the bottom now, the service order. Yeah. So that service order right here is the ticket. That is now the collector, like an internal order, to monitor, to receive the costs, time, and allocations. That then can be passed directly to the sales order. So yeah.
So from a workflow perspective, Frank's just created that service order. It's sitting there, and Frank, you've got somebody that you want to work on, you assign, that would be assigned to somebody.
That's right. I assigned it to myself.
You said yourself.
At present, but then he can change it to anyone he wants in his team.
But then if not, let's say, you assigned it to Peter, but it just popped in this queue.
It's a queue. It's a different queue than his complaint queue. So I haven't talked to these guys about it yet. Basically, you have two queues. You're gonna have a complaint queue of all your cases, inquiries, complaints, everything else. Then you have a queue of all your orders. Your orders are your installation upgrade cases, right? So you'll have to have two different things. I haven't shown you guys this. I'm so sorry. I just found out Friday. So
That's okay, I put you on the spot, I just trying to make sure.
yeah. So there's two different queues though.
Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll create a variant for you, so you can then have a view of both of those queues. So you can see, in effect, remember there's two elements to this. Is the notification itself, which is the technical support where you spend most of your time, and then there's the queue relating to the service tickets that relate to an order. Okay? And there will be two different reports that you can run. And then we'll train you up so you have access to that, and you have your own variant, so you can only look at your own data, and it's just so easy to do. And again, by the end of this week, you'll be seeing that, if not today. Okay. So that is a ticket, like I say.
So can I walk through how
Yeah.
open up that service order and so it's going to look like and close that out?
I can't close it out because it's not done. This is a live order.
Yeah, this is the thing. Yeah, so. But then what I can show you on the flip side of this is just to so it clears your cable.
Oh. Can we go away?
Because we'll do one more.
Do one more?
The service ticket. So let me just close that on this one.
Okay.
So this is now the other side of it. So this is the, should we say, the sales ops side, which tells us what effect he's done is that was the line item that we have to acknowledge that we're going to do some work on. You guys need to do some work on. So he's now on the left-hand side. The sales ops teams have done this. Now we can look on the SAP system, and this is what we all have: is a report called IW72. And what you do is it's maintenance plan. Let me take you through that again from the start. So it's IW72, and we put in here at the bottom the maintenance plant 2300, and you know at the top the order type was what?
SMO3.
SMO3. And then what we do is we push this out into the future. Okay. And then what I'll do here is I'll create a variant. Okay. So this is then a variant will be 330 service installation. They call it software installation.
Can it be software?
Yeah, should call it software.
Installation.
So let's call it SW installation. Okay, save that. Now if I run that, that will look at all the tickets. Now there's only one ticket created, so it's only going to that, because remember you're a live system. It's the only ticket that's been put into the system, so it's not producing a listing, it's going straight into that one and only ticket.
Now it's a variant that everyone else can open now and save as their own
Yeah, and what we'll do is each person will go to, they'll copy that variant, and they can put their own work center in. So what we do here is we go back, and then we'll create the work center here. So if it was if I then put in one of Frank's teams, and again the good thing is the number range is the 100 number range is Frank's team, 200 is James, and the 300 is Kent's team. So if I choose Theo for this, that will be your variant. Exactly. So if I save that, that's now Theo's variant.
Those are Theo's tickets.
Yeah,
Theo's
so
tickets.
variant is technology with like a queue or a
It's a selection. It's kind of pulling the data out using your selection criteria, your pair of glasses. So you only want to look at your stuff. So what do I expect to see here? Huh?
What did Frank put in?
Do you think?
No, nothing, because I
Nothing.
my own work center.
Exactly. That's right. Nothing. Should come out with no objects, because we're looking for Theo. It's actually in Frank's name. Okay.
aside from the work center, what made that variant look at software only? Would you look at all implements?
At this moment, yes, it will look at everything. Yes, so
So it just depends on who the work center and
yes,
what
yes,
their function is.
yes.
Okay.
So
Yeah. It's going to be work center related. That's what we're going to define it by.
so then, you just have that screen open and see that, or how would you know that?
Yeah, he's just gonna have that report open, and he'll just run it every day, maybe a couple of times a day, 3 times a day. But I'm
Two
assuming
reports, everyone will have to be relevant and updated, right?
That's refresh, or as from a workflow, you come and start your shift and look and see if something's inside, so you can do the report. That's right.
So for James on it, this would be,
the same thing that we just done, we do the same thing for James as well, and you.
But they wouldn't,
we would run a mobile service.
they wouldn't see it.
You know, the tickets still have to be created for them, and then it's pushed into mobile service. So the back end of it, Frank's team will do IW42 in SAP to close them out, whereas you two guys in your team will be doing a mobile service to close it out.
Right.
So
So we
that's
wouldn't
the
see
difference.
this, we would see mobile services, view.
Yes, yes,
That would-
that's right. Yeah, exactly. Yes, yeah, because the mobile service will, as long as it's been assigned to that certain person, you'll see it in mobile service assigned to
There's
it.
a link to that.
It's the same structure,
Yeah.
exactly the same work
Except
centers.
that it has a trigger link that says, gee, if I assign it to IAM, it should go into the mobile service, that's what I see as opposed to sitting here in SAP.
Yeah, because again, only those 10 guys, your team and your 10 guys will be in mobile service.
And then there's a closed view.
That's right, exactly. Yeah.
You probably can't, I mean, you probably can't see it because you don't have any of that level, right?
Now, as soon as we do it this week, we'll go through the whole process. Yes. But again, the one thing we've got to remember here, if we go back to this is the backlog that we have started from scratch in SAP. Most of your backlog is still in Salesforce, and you're going to close those tickets out as you do. So we're going to have an area of kind of parallel running until that kind of diminishes, and certainly up until Thursday, as I understand.
So is it every new order that came in since, like?
This is Friday, I think. So
So
these three orders are sort of Friday.
Okay, so the switch happened as of Friday.
I understand that. So, but I thought that all the backlog was migrated from Salesforce into SAP. If we had stuff that
What the service did? We agreed we weren't going to migrate anything. So you're going to close it out in Salesforce. Yeah.
So everything that was created in Salesforce
Finishes in Salesforce. That's right, exactly. Because that's an easier curve to manage rather
So
than.
things like, I guess things like the Antec.
Yeah, that's going to be brand new, and that will go into SAP.
Does it work together? Okay.
Yes.
And obviously for cases that we got open, we're continuing to do. So Frank, I'm sorry, at what point were you going to trigger new cases going into Salesforce? I think that's like tomorrow?
Absolutely, right now, as soon as these guys walk out the door.
Okay.
And do we have a ticket though that we could
Yeah,
do?
I do have a ticket.
Oh, do you want to do that then?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I don't need to do it though. I know how to do it. You know, one of you guys want to volunteer?
Come on, David. You're the man.
David, all right. That's my favorite Aussie.
Yeah, I think that mouse is the PC underneath.
Okay. So we're creating one, or
Yeah, if you've got a ticket, so do you know who the customer is by any chance? Or?
Mm,
Do you know the asset number?
no, I don't.
Do you know
No, I don't have that.
what do you have of
Wait.
the customer? You know, or the asset?
Gosh, I'd have to go and check in
You
Salesforce
need
to
to-
see
yeah,
if,
you need to
if there's
say-
anything in there. Let me see if I can find something.
So if you come out of that and do
Just back out.
yeah, back out and do CICO again. CICO, don't click on where you
Oh, okay. No.
yeah, where you are, the CICO.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So it depends how you want to look. You can look at either you can actually use this by either coming at the customer, or you can come at it at the asset level. Okay, so you can choose which one you want to come at it.
I'm trying to think of a customer that
Do you have to know the customer number or to pull up the customer?
No, again, you can search for the customer, or you can search for the assets. So if you know either information, you can come at it either directions. So if you clicked on, let's say,
Like the University of Texas, right?
yeah, no, but yeah, you can do. So let's do that. So
You have to drop it down, though.
You have to drop the menu, drop down first. Okay.
You have to drop that thing down.
Right. So you have to know the customer.
And I would say always use that the one two down.
This one?
That's it.
That's the one you use?
That one or the one above it. So it's up to you guys. They're much the same. Okay, and if you type in the name, no, that's it. And then you just have to be careful what you type in here. So
So it's right now. Are we doing the one I'm doing?
if you've got it, yeah.
Yeah. So it's UHN, capital UHN. Are we doing UHN and star?
It's
Yeah,
capital.
Okay.
Okay.
Star. And then enter.
Enter.
Right on. UN.
Is it
UHN.
UHN.
University Healthcare Network?
So the guys have been having some trouble looking at some of our
Customers, yeah, there is. We have a couple of instances. Can we just go back to that?
Oh, yeah, back to this.
Yeah, let's go back to that. And then try that one. Go to the second one. That one.
This one?
No, the
Oh,
one
this
over
one?
there. Let's try that one.
Okay.
And then try that again.
Want to try the search term?
So like university, so.
Yeah, try it in the search term. Yeah, it depends where it is.
Like that?
Yeah, try that. So, happy with it? I tell you what.
I guess you could use University Health.
Yeah, UNIV Health.
UNIV.
Just put star. Just put star.
Star.
That's, yeah.
UNIV is different. That's Nevada, right?
I feel like there's a lot of universities.
There it is.
Okay, but
There it is.
where is it?
So
No,
I'm
it's
doing
there. It's
University
Nicholas Health. It's,
Health. There you
Okay.
go.
so that's why it's not actually typed in as UHN. So, okay, so and the other thing you have to make sure is that it is actually a sold to customer. So on the left hand side, it's got 001 as the customer type. So you can't have anything other than a customer type 001. Okay, so yeah,
Like that?
yeah.
Chuck, can you alias names and multiple names for the same? Or is it one for one? So like in this case, if University Health Network is the billing, I would assume it's written based on the billing name and the contact from the customer, not the, or is there a way to have aliases associated with that? So UHN is common.
Yeah, if you put UHN in the search term, then that you would search on that, so you could put it on the search term. But it wasn't. That was university. They actually typed in university in the search term as well.
Could have been a customer we got from Buffalo Grove.
Yeah, well, looking at that number, it's a 113, so it is a Buffalo Grove number.
Okay. So, I guess my question was, is there, if we find customer naming conventions that we think need to be updated, so is there a process flow that we go through?
Yeah.
Review, update take that?
No, it's with Ricarda. She's had the process dialogue with Rick, and we're trying to keep both Buffalo Grove and yourselves in sync on the customers. Because again, the benefit is if you look at that, you could see all the assets, see the installed base. So you've got the item that's your two at the top because it's AP, so you're very fortunate. So, but look at all the other assets you can see. So that's what we've sold them, and that's the benefit of having the same customer. And then you can see your SEN 400s as well through that. If we didn't do this mapping, it would just be, you'd have to put this customer number in today, and then another customer number to see the same thing, which would be a nightmare. So you can see, yeah, we've sold surgical operating microscopes to the works. Okay, so it's not always pertinent, but at least you see everything. So do you know which asset is the issue?
So it's not an asset. They're asking about a second slide. They're asking about a service that we offer. So we always need to put some sort of equipment number when we're doing this, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So what if there's no equipment number associated with the call? We do is kind of close our eyes and pick one.
What do you do today?
We can leave it blank. We have the option. We don't need
Oh,
to have
I see.
an asset associated to a case.
Can we do like we did with the order, where we add a dummy?
Yeah, but you don't want to keep doing dummies. But couldn't you associate it with the asset, even though
you can. I mean, but it's not relevant, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's almost false data in that it could affect PPM, perhaps, if they're asking for a software issue. Like this question here is, they want to know how to use second slide. So not really associated to any asset. They just want to upload images.
So maybe we have to come up with like a standard list of equipment numbers depending on what the issue is.
Yeah. Well, no, well, the thing is, if we then need an asset, like a dummy asset per customer, that doesn't.
So is eSlide Manager listed as an asset in here? Question mark?
Remember? Do you remember the asset file that we got only actually included physical product? But we can still do that. So if you still have a list, and you need to do that next tranche of activity, we do that again. Get your eSlide managers, get all the version numbers, and we can put it across again.
Okay, maybe we'll do that one. Okay, so I guess for this one, you select one of the assets.
Yeah, choose one of the assets.
No,
yeah, just choose one of the two. Yeah, choose one of the two.
But you still have to choose equipment.
And then, and the good thing is,
you can select a service, but that's not in my selection. It has to be within that box right there. That those equipment.
yes, yeah. And the good thing is, could you go back to the equipment? That's the asset. So here, because David's chosen the asset at that level, now you can see the asset in detail, and it tells you the technical software, the version of the software. Again, if we brought that across from Salesforce where it was populated, where it's empty, it was blank. So we don't. So that's the good thing. You've got that nomenclature there, and then from here you can create your ticket.
Ah, okay.
So I'm trying to think of what we action item out of this. One issue I heard was, do we have all of the assets capturing all of the service, the software components that we sell and offer?
Yeah,
So the only other thing that we've done as assetizer was the eSlide Manager, to my knowledge.
That's going forward. So anything you sell going forwards from SAP will be assetized.
Right.
So equipment, eSlide Manager will be assetized. But the history that we had in that file only pertained to equipment.
So we should do a list of all the customer software that they own as part of that?
Only the ones that you feel that you want to have as an asset where you want this loaded, yes. So you don't need it for every piece of software unless you guys want it, but I think that was your decision, what you want to do with that. Because your system doesn't go that far back either, does it, in terms of what was assetized from a software perspective?
Yeah.
It was only done
When it came up last week and we said for go live, we wouldn't be able to kind of do it, but we would have to go back and rethink, because my expectation was anything that we've advertised as a
Yeah,
piece of software that we sell specific license against an asset number, that we should have it in our system. And we should be tracking that going forward to follow my thing. And the issue was, well, you said going forward, because we didn't bring any history in
of those assets for the software.
for the software.
That's right. But we can still do that. It's just a same rerun of what we've done for the equipment we need to do for your software. You need to make that decision what software you want to bring across. And then remember, not only that, then it's the mapping of the customer and the mapping of the product.
Which we probably resolved all the bills we shipped to you.
Yeah, we've got, and that's a good thing, because presumably it will be the same file that we've got here. So as long as that still stacks up, that's great. And actually, if you've got your software linked to the equipment asset, that's even better, because we know the asset number here, 1701. So if your software relates to 1701, then we know the ship to and the bill to. So the activity is for you guys to work through what it is that you want to load going forward, and I'm assuming the better. So
Frank, what if we had an inquiry about image scope? That's not really technically a product itself, is it in there?
As an equipment?
So if somebody calls and you have like log calls regarding image scope, which you're able to do that.
I'm able to log it, but I have to have a piece of equipment that I associate it to.
So if somebody calls in and off the web, they download it for free, what equipment would be associated with it?
Whoever they were trying to collaborate with, we would get that customer. So if they were with the university collaborating with someone, then we would associate with that account. If they didn't have any account, they saw it on the web and decided to download it for shits and giggles, we have a TSC dummy account. Awesome. So here we go.
so the priority for this,
So that, I guess, are you clear on what?
I have an action item to figure out with James and Ashok by him this week on what assetized software we can do. Because yeah,
Lance, does that make sense? You load it in on the plug?
It does, yeah. Absolutely. We didn't have this discussion before.
yeah, and the good thing is that even the product today says to the software that you're talking about, like a barcode, or it's not assetized going forward. Only the eSlide manager is. So those two, perpetual license and the one-off, those are the two are serialized controlled.
But in terms of the detail, so the customer did call in, what was this case about?
the customer has a question about setting up an account in Second Slide. So how do you so paraphrase that.
Is there any way to increase the number of characters that are allowed in that field?
Are there?
Yeah, I'll show you. So you are restricted to about 40 at the top. So let's get that 40 in first.
So that's the field he's talking about.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah,
We're calling the subject field.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
So that's all you want at the moment. So if you then click on the right-hand side of that, see that box, and then you still have to populate one or two. So the priority.
So it's going to be an inquiry, product inquiry.
Now the problem is these lists are the world's lists, so we can't just make it sensitive just to a period because.
It's towards the end of the product.
Ah.
So we've got 40 units around the world trying to say use this
Inquiry with an
list.
E, that's right.
And you can't do a filter for
And work center is going to be me,
other roles?
I think.
Ashok, who said that the,
Yeah, sorry, he had to finish this because SAP wants you to finish the required fields before you go and.
so I only have a question.
Oh,
In
yeah.
that subject,
Oh, yeah.
how many characters are allowed?
40.
Yeah, I think it's
14.
40. I think it's about 35 to 40.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hit the green.
Yeah, just hit enter.
Hit the green.
Yeah, I forget my. Okay, here we go.
Oh, fine.
Alright.
So then you're also going to change the planner group.
And that is now the
Oh.
field, that's the long text, Theo, behind that short description. The short description is captured at the top, and then you can write your novel here.
Okay, so
Planner group, what was yeah, so he had already pressed that button, so it was that one there. So we'll get to planner group. It's going to be G85 or G86, depending on hardware or software. This is notification. It was that little button to the right-hand side of the subject, and then you get this.
And you just green arrow out of it. There's no save button. You just sort of like once you type it in, no, the green arrow right at the top.
oh yeah, okay.
It's quite unintuitive.
Kinda. Yeah.
If
Green arrow.
this one,
Yeah, that's it.
okay. So it automatically saves. I don't have to save anything.
Yeah, it just does it automatically.
Okay. So as far as the action box goes, is it like this came in as an email request?
Hang on a second.
Yeah,
So just to be clear, so the planner group, you'll need to change that as well.
So it's not hardware, it's software.
It's software, right? Underneath your work center.
Just here. Yeah, that's it.
Planner group. Okay, yep, got it.
To
So
the left
to
of
the
that.
left of that?
To the left.
There you go.
So you've only got two codes.
50-50 chance. All right. So save that.
Yeah, what else? And then at this point it would be assigned. Oh, actually,
Even though it's still. Oh, okay, I've got to refresh. Oh.
did you have a contact person at all on this?
Oh, maybe. Sorry.
Yeah.
To the right of
To
that?
the right.
Inside the white box. And then drop down. There you go. So this is all the contacts for this place. Her name is Hala.
Hala. Yeah. That's right.
H-A-L-A.
Okay, can I be a real pain?
Yeah.
Can we go back out this?
You want to save this?
No, let's go back out. Let's just try it.
Can I X out of
Yeah,
it?
X out that and back out again. Not to save it, don't save it.
The first thing was in the other column.
Oh,
No.
And save that.
you're not saving?
So no. So try to get the contact from here. So the point being, always try to get the
Contact person.
contact from
Okay.
here because we've loaded your contacts up. So this is
Oh,
the best
okay.
place to do it. And
I took an extra step.
yeah, and there is
So back to the CICO screen.
yeah, there is method in the madness somewhere. Hopefully. Right. Here's the important thing. Is that
That's Hala.
that's the one? Is there anyone down low down? Hello?
Looks like the only one.
Okay, maybe he hasn't done that. So so this account is a Buffalo Grove started account. It started life as Buffalo Grove's customer account. So they have created a lot of these contacts for their AP, so as though they're talking to the credit controller on the other side, as well as the technical user for other products as well. So not just your products. So we've loaded your contacts up, and we're going to put this VIP to a certain number, so you can know it's your contact that we've put it in as. Okay. So at the moment, I don't think he's done that, so he's got to run that program again. So I think it was going to be. So you're saying it's Hala. Okay, if you choose that, but that will have a number associated with it. Okay, and then that will be consistent. So you always choose the one with a number.
Is there any reason to select that specific VIP number? I mean, if they
Because
count-
it's your contact.
But if it's the same person, regardless of which contact, if I entered the contact or Buffalo Grove entered the contact.
Oh, if you want to use that contact, yeah, you're more than welcome to.
Okay.
Yeah, but it just gives you gives you that knowledge that we have created this on your behalf, and it might be that Hala already existed, so that's why we didn't load it up again. But that's why he hasn't probably put the 2 on it because it was already there. Okay.
Could be like two Mike Smiths.
Yeah.
By the way,
So we can create new contacts here too.
Yeah, you can create new contacts if you wanted to.
Okay.
And do you know how to do that? So on the right-hand side, where the green man is, or the green jacketed man, that will allow you to
Create a
create a new
contact
contact.
person.
Yeah, that creates new contact, and there is a procedure for that as well.
Okay.
But if you hit enter from here, what it will do is it will have Hala's telephone number, and if you put the email in the right place, it will bring the email address down.
Okay.
So unfortunately, there isn't an email address. So do you have Hala's email address? So, I don't know if we can fix that. That's not changed.
Oh,
Because then, if you had an email address, you could also
and you
click
can't
on that.
edit it from there.
Yeah, you can't get it from here. But
Oh, so you can't edit it though.
yeah, you can't edit it at this point in time.
Okay.
Okay. But that now, if you do your IW54 again, David, sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem.
I have Hala's email.
Should I put it in?
No, we'll have to put that on the next screen, or you have to do that at
Okay.
at the customer master level, so everybody else can use it from here on in. So we would have to. Okay, so the good thing is it will remember what you put in last. So if you put the first letter in that you did last, there we go.
Oh, okay. Had access settings.
There we go. So remember, it captures history. If you've done your settings correctly, so that's the beauty of it. It remembers the last 30 or 40 entries that you've made. Okay, and then if you go to the priority, main work center and planner groups. So remember, this is a required field. So you've got to put the top one in and this one in, and then you can start moving around at leisure. But until those two things are done, it's not going to be very happy.
How do you know it's report service, something that shows that there's a
Little checkbox
It's a little mandatory box, which isn't very.
inside the.
inside the field. So if you would have pressed enter, it would have kicked back and said it would have turned yellow and left you there. So you need to enter this before you can move on.
Hit the wrong
Go
one.
back to the other arrow.
This one?
Yeah, the green one. That's it.
Main work center, that's me.
Again, remember you can type the 3 in, and it might remember that number as well. Just hit enter from here.
Okay, 3356.
And then this planner group as well to change the software.
Sorry, were we going to set up for you guys to have an automatic login for
Oh,
work center?
the work set, yeah.
And,
Yeah, let's do that as well. Yeah, good. So you had to manually tick some of those boxes. So there is a setting. So if you guys could remember this, if you haven't done it already. So if you go to extras, so you're going to be doing this. This is your machine, right? Or it's on James' machine. But no, it's fine. Actually, this will be whose log on is it?
James is fine.
Is it your log on? So, okay, if you go to extras right at the top menu, right at the top extras. Keep it up, up, to the right, extras.
Oh, okay.
Extras, the word extras.
Oh, from the very top, okay.
That's okay. Settings,
Okay.
and control and default data. So again,
Control
you just
default
have to
value.
do this once, and it will pick you as the default going forward. In here is, just in case, I'd say put SM03 as your default.
That's 0 or 0?
03, sorry. S1 is your notification type. You will always be doing S1s, not Z1s or anything else. And then the planning plant is 3300. And the planner group, invariably for you guys, it will be G86, which is always software, most often than not. And then your work center number, David. So just type a 3 in there, see if it just remembers. 33, lots of zeros, and then 106.
I think it was, yeah, I don't remember.
That's okay, you can do a pull down if you wish. Enter on that one. See, I'm going to remember that then. And then 330 is the main work center on the right hand side plant.
Okay.
0, 1, 0, 3, 3, 0, 0. And then if you save that, save in the, so that will remember that setting and it will default that setting all the time. Okay.
You want to
I'm
change
sorry.
that, James?
It was extras and then you went to,
Save that and then tick that. Extras, settings,
Extras.
settings.
and then the control and default data.
Control.
So you need to do that on, each one of you guys need to do that on your own machine in production.
Yeah.
And it's actually not, it's not machine specific in terms of, that's not because it's yours, James, it's because of your logon.
Okay.
So he saved it as part of his logon, so it will save, so you need to change it.
I can change it later.
Okay, so that will happen, that will work for the next one round. Okay. So then at this point you can assign it to the level 1. So if you click that button level 1 on the action boxes, if there's nothing to do at this point, that will, and then you can see the level 1 updates on the status. And then we can run reports on level 1, 2, 3 and PMDRs. Okay, so you're good, and let's and I just release that ticket, so it's a green flag, and you can save it. Okay.
All right.
1, 2, 3. So yeah, go ahead and save it. Oh,
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Put it in process and
you
save.
put in,
So I still put in process.
what's that for?
That's if, again, that's your different statuses. If you want that is in process, it's active, or someone's looking at it. It's like when we're looking at something, we say we're working on it. So when you look at it, you know we're doing something.
You just have an issue with,
And that's the email address because it's level 1. It's wanting to send out a confirmation to the customer, and because it's got no email address on that customer, it says I can't do that little step for you. And that's hopefully the ones that you've designed as a confirmation going to the customer.
I just had one now where I added customer, I selected the name from the drop-down list, populated the phone number and the email address.
Perfect.
Didn't populate the name.
The name of what? Which name? The contact name.
Contact.
Okay, that's fine. We'll go through that. So great. Thanks very much, David.
Oh, no problem.
That's good.
So, did that actually complete their interactions?
Well, no, David just got the ticket, so obviously David's going to do the work and then allocate. Have you done any time for that at the moment? I mean, time, not as in criminal time. Process, as you say.